But we all have the same aspiration. The aspiration that the next generation can be better off than before. That the sacrifice and struggle that you went through to get here, to get to not just this moment, but to build something of a tomorrow. So hold on to that sacrifice. Hold on to that struggle. That is what gives energy. And not only all the effort that came here, but also to make sure that your children and your grandchildren know that somebody that came before not only was less well off, but was willing to sacrifice to get to a place called America. America is not just a location. It's really a set of ideals and values and principles that actually dreamers embrace. Which is why, so you know, I'm proud that the city of Chicago has the only public scholarship that's open to dreamers. If you get a B average in high school, community college is free in the city of Chicago. And it's the only public scholarship that dreamers themselves get. Not true in California, not true in New York, or any other location. Because we believe here in this city that the American dream is alive. That people are willing to sacrifice, willing to struggle, willing to make the things necessary to become part of the American story. Your journey here to America, to this chamber, is now our journey. Your story that got you here is now our story. Everything you do from here forward will be about inscribing your name in that American story. Keeping us fresh, keeping us young, keeping us always aspirational, and seeking a better tomorrow, not just for yourself, but for your children. This year, which is coming to a close in 3 weeks, will mark the 100-year anniversary of when my grandfather left for Romania. As I noticed that a couple in the back were also from Romania. By himself, 13 years old, like you, not a word of English, when he embarked. To meet a third cousin he never knew, to a city he couldn't pronounce. Because his parents knew that in Romania, during the pogroms, it was not safe to be a Jew, but if he came to America, he not only could be safe, but more importantly, he could work and his dreams of what he aspired to could come true, regardless of faith, background, or language. And 100 years later, his grandson, is the mayor of the city he decided 100 years ago to call home. I know that today's dreamers could one day be tomorrow's mayors. That's the power of America. That's the power of your story. That's the power of your journey. And that's the power of your dreams. We as a city will never turn our back on the American dream. You're our faith in the power of America. Remember, though, that you now start a whole new journey. You have to exercise it in all its potentials. Yes to vote. Yes to become productive citizens, good parents. Hold on to the sacrifice. Hold on to the struggle. Hold on to your culture. Because out of many is one. While we celebrate our diversity as our great strengths, from 15 different countries, 5 different continents, every part of the world. In the end of the day, it's not the diversity itself that we hold up, although we do hold it up. It's the oneness that we hold up. Commitment to America. So when you took the Pledge of Allegiance, not just to our flag, but to the values, it's to a certain sense of who we are, what we are, that we create our own identity as Americans. You may have a German accent, may have an Israeli accent, may have a British accent, may have a Mexican accent, That's the power. It may come from Nigeria, Eritrea. I knew once I started I was going to have to go through all 15 because one of you guys are going to be upset that I didn't mention it. But know this, that in our schools here in the city of Chicago, 140 languages are spoken. While it has many different languages, 140, it's the oneness of the power of education that holds us together. For our diversity to be a strength, it's the belief in a singular aspiration of America and the ideals and values. So Mr. Reyes, I think, powerfully said, he has 300 days left as a DACA recognition. That doesn't mean he has a 300-day termination on his belief in America, which is why he remains optimistic about tomorrow. So it is my fervent hope, not just for you, but for all of us, that in Washington, as they debate whether to renew the status of Dreamers, they see what we're doing in Chicago and hold up the principle of what it means to be an American. Congratulations on this day, and congratulations and good luck on your journey forward, because the sacrifice and struggle has just begun. This is not your end point. It's a milestone on the American story. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.